God showed me people crossing your boundaries in my dream, and this is very important for you to listen to because it might distract you, it might prevent you from doing God's will and having the amazing blessings that He has for you and that are very close to you. I can feel it, right? Listen to the entirety of the dream so that you know which section is exactly for you and you know what to do based on that. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivaldi. Sako. I just help you here become everything God created you to become truly free and successful with Christ, grow with God. I just tell you basically by what God tells me to tell you. If this interests you, I suggest to subscribe on this channel right now because this is exactly for you. And if you feel like God is speaking to you through this video, there's a link in the bio of the channel to give to this ministry. It helps tremendously. Thank you. Now, let's get into the dream. So I saw first a man in his room. This man can represent a woman or man, depending on who you are. It can represent you on the circumstances. And so this man, he was in his room while a party is happening in the house. And there's noise and very loud people watching football. Colombians, specifically they were Colombians celebrating. And people coming in and out of his private space. And the man is often naked, like feeling exposed, and chooses not to participate because he sees that this party as kind of degenerates, filled with impure interactions between men and women. So, this room may be a symbol of the inner self, and your room may be like your inner world, your values, your boundaries, thoughts, or just your spiritual life. And there are people coming in and out. This may reflect that how others are crossing your personal boundaries, invading your space or spiritual space without care. And you being naked here doesn't necessarily, it may be shame, it may not be shame. It may just be you being exposed. You being seeing in your true, raw state, possibly against your will. And this party, there's the world's distractions, right? So the party, the football, and nearby celebrations, this points to worldly distractions, pleasure, and cultural influences that may not align with your values. And the fact that the party is filled with degenerate behavior and people you don't respect or respect these things, right? This is not about you. This is not you, right? You don't agree with that, and yet you're still there. And this may reflect discernment. You see the emptiness or spiritual danger in this party, even if others are enjoying it. And also the fact that there was Colombians. This may specifically speak to someone about Colombians. And maybe just a specific cultural partying could symbolize noise of your culture. A different influence or environment around you that's cheerful but not spiritually safe, right? And it could also represent just people celebrating, people just in their flesh celebrating, while you have this feeling that you're kind of alienated from this lifestyle. This is not for you anymore. Also, you're refusing to participate, which shows spiritual maturity. And you don't join the party. You're not being judgmental, but you're choosing consecration over compromise. This is good. And you are sensing the danger of falling into impurity or meaningless fun, and choosing solitude even if it's uncomfortable. So this may be meaning that you are set apart, and God is protecting your heart from influences that corrupt by showing you this dream, by telling you, okay, be careful about these boundaries. You need to stand firm on them, and you're being called to guard your space, especially your mind, emotions, and physical environment. I'm thinking right now about your digital environment as well, right? What you see, what you consume on social media, this is very important as well. When you see people partying, if you see Colombians partying online and they're being degenerate, that's not good as well, right? This can be your digital space or your physical space. And the nakedness also is a reminder that in this isolation, you are more spiritually vulnerable, but also more authentic and open before God. And you be feeling exposed spiritually, raw lately, but God sees this as a season of refinement and clarity. And the world is celebrating what's temporary, but you're being called to pursue what's eternal, what's godly. And Ephesians 5:11. I opened my Bible and I saw that. Ephesians 5:11, 12. It says, "Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret." Proverbs 4:23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Matthew 6:6 says, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." Right? Guard your space. Be in a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And you need a personal space for that. You need to guard your space. And if you are in a specific place where people can come at you, where you are in this like kind of vulnerable place with God, that may be compromising your relationship with God and distracting you. So this is not good. So check yourself. What is God speaking to you more specifically in this video? Write it down and ask God, how can I do this, right? How can I guard myself? Maybe that you have some ideas. Maybe it's like to change room. Maybe it's like to like just tell the people that you need space, right? To be standing up for yourself. Hope this video helped you. If you did, like it, subscribe to not miss the next ones. And if you feel led to give to this ministry, there's a link in the bio of the channel to give to it. Thank you so much. It helps so much. And I'll see you next one. God bless you.